Kaspa holders, welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well, and in today's video, yes, I do want to talk more about Kaspa, give you guys an update what is exactly happening right now for Kaspa. There is in fact a fair few things that I do want to show you guys today for Kaspa. Now before I show you guys these things, because it's actually very interesting, okay, I do want to show you guys what has been happening today for Kaspa, right? So looking at the Kaspa price right now, 0.084, so it's still holding up very well. Now yesterday, right, we did in fact see Kaspa, okay, dropping slightly, okay, and it was holding at about 0.086 to 0.087, but earlier today, right, earlier this morning, we did actually see Kaspa dropping even more down to the downside and went as low as 0.083. So I hope you guys took this as a huge opportunity to simply accumulate more Kaspa, because times like this, guys, when we do see corrections, even just little corrections for Kaspa, right, like what happened today, right, earlier this morning, I hope you guys did take it as a great opportunity to simply accumulate more Kaspa. Okay, so when we see corrections like this, even if it's not a major one, it's just a little tiny one, right, it's still a great time to accumulate more, right? It really is, guys. So I hope you guys are taking this moment right now to stack some Kaspa, right? And right now, yes, it is at 0.084. So yeah, still holding up, still above 8 cents. So still looking pretty good for Kaspa, I must say, right? If it goes to the 4-hour time frame, yes, it did in fact have this drop. It seems like Kaspa cannot break out of 9 cents. Okay, like a couple of days ago, we did see Kaspa reaching back up to 9 cents, but it did in fact have this correction back down to the downside to 8 cents, right? So it seems like Kaspa cannot break out of 9 cents. Okay, but I do believe soon enough it will, and then it will eventually go back up to 10 cents. Okay, and much higher. So when we do see this breakout happening for Kaspa, which it will eventually happen, and I do believe that will be happening potentially next month, okay, in Q4, because as I told you guys many times, Q4 is going to be massive, not just for Kaspa, but just crypto in general, right? As I told you guys in yesterday's video, Bitcoin, okay, is going to be reaching new all-time highs, right, in Q4, and crypto, right, will go crazy, okay? We're going to see the entire crypto market skyrocketing, guys, going parabolic, okay? So if you guys haven't seen yesterday's video, you should definitely check it out. But I hope you guys are truly ready for Q4. I truly do hope you guys are prepared for Q4, right? Because it's going to be a good one. And I do believe alt season will be happening in Q4, meaning, okay, yes, a lot of these altcoins will skyrocket, meaning Kaspa, okay? So get ready for that, guys, okay? Kaspa will be above 10 cents, and it's been a while since we have seen Kaspa above 10 cents, right? The last time Kaspa was at 10 cents was back in August, right? Just last month, 14th of August. Okay, it just touched 10 cents, and then it went back down to 9 cents, and then eventually 8 cents, right? And this is where we are right now for Kaspa. Okay, so yeah, for the past month, guys, okay, Kaspa has been pretty much in between 8 cents to 9 cents. At one point it did actually drop to 7 cents. Okay, we had that liquidation event happening for Kaspa, the biggest liquidation event happening for Kaspa. It just dropped all the way down to 0.073, and I hope you guys took that as an opportunity to accumulate more as well. But if you didn't, that's completely fine. But yeah, Kaspa today is down, okay, over 1%. For the week it is down 4%. So yeah, Kaspa is back down, right, slightly, nothing too crazy, like I said, okay, but this is the bottom, guys, as I've been telling you guys many times. Personally, I think this is the bottom for Kaspa, around 8 cents to where it is right now, and even 7 cents. I don't think we will see Kaspa dropping back down to like 6 cents, right, at those levels again, right, those price levels, even 5 cents, okay? I don't think that's going to be happening ever again for Kaspa. I do believe the bottom is in, okay? 7 cents to 8 cents, this is the bottom. That's just my personal opinion, right? And that's why, guys, I am personally stacking as much as I possibly can. So looking at the Kaspa monthly returns, even though Kaspa today, right, earlier this morning did in fact have this correction back down to the downside, we're still in the greens, okay, for September, right? You can clearly see that. At one point, this was up like 3%, 4%, but now it's at 0.71%. So Yes, it has dropped quite a bit, okay? But you guys clearly see we're still in the greens. Okay, Caspa is still holding tight in the greens in this month in September. So we're still looking pretty good. Okay, Q3 in general, right? We're still up 12%. Okay, so still looking pretty good for Q3. I must say Q3 has been a very, very bumpy road for Caspa, but that's not gonna, matter because understand, guys, Q4, this is where it will matter, okay? Q4 is going to be amazing, and I hope you guys are truly ready for Q4. It is going to be insane, okay? Understand that, guys. Bitcoin is going to be reaching new record highs, and yeah, altcoins, right, will go crazy. Understand, okay? The king of altcoins, Ethereum, will lead the way, okay? Since, as we all know, Ethereum is the king of altcoins. It is the largest altcoin out there in the crypto market, okay? As we all know, it's going to lead the way. That means Ethereum will be reaching new record highs, okay? And when we do see, Ethereum skyrocketing, going absolutely parabolic, other altcoins in the crypto market will follow and pump with it. So get ready, guys, because Kaspa is going to move, okay? And as we know, big things are coming for Kaspa, okay? And that's also going to push the price even higher. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Now, looking at this, the volume today for Kaspa, $39 million, nothing too crazy, just below $40 million. Okay, the market cap for Kaspa is now back at $2.2 billion. Yesterday, we saw it at $2.3 billion. Okay, now today, it has dropped, of course, because the price has slightly dropped as well, so it makes sense. The next reduction is in 14 days, and the next board, as we all know, is 4.12 Kaspa. Okay, so yeah, looking pretty good. Okay, and of course, live transactions are in fact going crazy as usual for Kaspa, right? You also clearly see that. Now, talking about, transactions, just look at this, guys. For the past 7 days, okay, Kaspa is the most used proof of work project by far. Just look at this chart, guys, okay? So 5x more than Bitcoin, 14x more than Litecoin, and 102x more than Monero. Okay, so Kaspa feels so smooth and swift to use. People can't stop utilizing it. Outdated chains can't scale to the masses. Kaspa can and already does. Digital silver. So this is a big deal, guys, right? It really, really is. As we know, the transactions for Kaspa has been going absolutely crazy for the past few days. And a lot of people are saying, the reason why we aren't seeing these massive, transactions happening for Kaspa is because maybe, we are in fact seeing some testing happening right now for Kaspa, right, with smart contracts and whatnot. As we know, smart contracts was delayed, and, maybe we are in fact seeing some testing happening with transactions for Kaspa. And that's why, for the past week, okay, past few days, the transactions for Kaspa has been absolutely going insane, as we all know, guys, okay? So, it's outperforming, Litecoin, Monero, Bitcoin itself, right? Which is, not a surprise in my opinion. I'm not surprised, right? I don't think any of us as Caspians should be surprised by this. Even Bitcoin Cash and Dogecoin, right? So yeah, Kaspa, right, is the most used proof of work project by far, just by now, okay, for the past 7 days, guys. So this is insane, okay? Like I said, the transactions for Kaspa has been insane for the past 3 days, okay? Like millions of transactions, okay? Like 4 million, or like over what? 4 million transactions in 24 hours, which was insane, guys, to, think about, right? But yeah, it's great to see, okay? It really, really is, guys. And a lot of people are, not a lot of people, but a fair few people out there in the Kaspa community are predicting the reason why we aren't seeing these high transactions recently is because, we are in fact seeing some testing happening for smart contracts for Kaspa. Okay, so maybe, right? Maybe that's the reason, but it doesn't matter, right? Either way, it's great to see that so far, okay, Kaspa is the most used proof of work project. Okay, so this chart just clearly shows you guys that. So absolutely amazing to see, right? It really, really is. Now, I posted this and I said here, if Kaspa fails, crypto fails. Okay, and I've talked about this for a while now. Like, honestly, guys, if you really think about it, okay, if Kaspa one day does fail, and I'm not saying it will, okay, I highly doubt that, right? I do believe Kaspa is going to be here forever, okay, for a while, just like Bitcoin, right? But if Kaspa does fail, in general, crypto fails. And I just want to say this, guys, okay? Let's just say Kaspa does fail. If Kaspa does fail, guys, I am no longer going into any other altcoins but Bitcoin. I'm just going to be a Bitcoin maxi from now on. Okay, like I have so much faith for Kaspa, right? I've studied Kaspa. Okay, I like the technology, okay, behind Kaspa, the ghost dag, the block dag, and whatnot, right? I'm very, very bullish on Kaspa, as you guys all know, and I have so much conviction for Kaspa. You know, as we know, guys, okay, if you guys have been following me on social media, I've been sharing with you guys that I'm all in on Kaspa, literally. You know, I've been swapping majority of my other altcoins, right? My altcoin bags, like, you know, Cardano. I sold all of my Cardano, literally swapped all of my Cardano for Kaspa. And as you guys know, in the past, right, recently even, I swapped some of my Ethereum for Kaspa, okay? And I've sold some of my, you know, Solana, Chainlink, right, XRP, even Avalanche, okay? Chainlink, if I haven't said that yet, for Kaspa, right? So I am literally all in on Kaspa, guys. So yeah, you know, if Kaspa fails, crypto fails. And if Kaspa does fail, guys, and I'm not saying it is, right? I highly doubt that. Like I said, I think Kaspa is going to be here forever, just like Bitcoin, right? It's going to be here for a while, just like Bitcoin. But if Kaspa does fail, I am no longer going to study any other altcoin. Okay? Honestly, right? I'm just going to be a Bitcoin maxi, right? That's just my personal opinion, right? And I don't think, like I said, Kaspa is going to fail, right? I think Kaspa will do amazing. You know, the future for Kaspa is really, really bright. And yeah, I'm very bullish on Kaspa, guys, okay? Now, David also says here, if Kaspa fails, crypto itself fails as well, right? So, you know, a lot of us, you know, in the Kaspa community, you know, our mindset for Kaspa is like very, very similar, right? But yeah, he says here, I have put every last cent I have into Kaspa. That's how much faith I have in Kaspa. Call me a stupid degen, but I have conviction. And this is true. This is literally what I just said about Kaspa. Okay, so understand, guys. I am very bullish on Kaspa. Okay, just like what David is saying here. Okay, it seems like a lot of us, you know, as Caspians, you know, our mindsets are very, very similar. Okay, so this is actually very interesting. I don't read this out to you guys because it's actually pretty cool, right? So this person says here, was at Starbucks today sitting next to a random Canadian man. We started chatting about investments and crypto for 2 hours. He asked if he should invest in XRP, and then I gave him the full breakdown on Kaspa to guide him in the right direction. One by one, we speak Kaspa to the people. Okay, and this is very true. This is great. You know, this is exactly what we want to see, right? People, you know, pretty much spreading the word for Kaspa, okay? And, you know, guys, in real life, right, I have talked to many people about Kaspa. You know, I was at a cafe one time, right, having breakfast, and this man, okay, was, you know, nearby, and I overheard him talking about crypto, and then I jumped in because, you know, of course I'm going to jump in. I love talking about crypto, right? I jumped in, and then I also talked about crypto as well, right? And yeah, I mentioned Kaspa, right? He was mentioning XRP. It's quite funny, you know, a lot of people, when they get into crypto, for some reason, they like to talk about XRP. I don't know what it is, guys, but for me, I'm not a fan of XRP, right? It's centralized. It's not decentralized, right? So I'm not a huge fan of, you know, XRP, right? But I think it's good to, you know, make your money on XRP to simply trade it, but I wouldn't hold XRP long term. That's just personally my opinion, right? But I think it's good to trade, okay? But yeah, you know, I was talking to this man about, you know, Kaspa, and he said, you know, it sounds pretty interesting, and he was gonna, you know, study Kaspa, I guess, right? And I hope he did, okay, because this is truly gonna be the next big thing. So guys, it's always good to, you know, spread the word out there for Kaspa, right? It always is. So I hope you guys are, you know, doing that as well in your life, okay? Because I feel like this is a good thing to spread the word for Kaspa, because not many people, right, and in general, right, in the crypto space, not many people have came across Kaspa yet. Not many people know about Kaspa. So I think it's always good to, you know, spread the word for Kaspa, right? So I hope you guys are in fact doing that as well, right? I'm spreading the word in real life and also on social media, as you guys know. So this is a good thing, and it's actually very, very, very interesting, right? It just is. So Da Vinci says here, guys, okay, people often see the writing on the wall and still look away. The future rewards early adopters, not late believers. And in my opinion, I think he is talking about Kaspa here. Right, and we know recently, guys, Da Vinci himself did actually reply to one of my posts, right? A couple of days ago when I did, post that clip on X, right? If you guys haven't seen that clip, you should definitely check it out on my X. If you guys aren't following me on my X, here it is. It's always, in the description down below. But I'm pretty sure you guys have seen that clip, right? Where I mentioned, he is talking about how much, Kaspa, that he is still pretty much holding Kaspa and whatnot. But I believe what he is saying here is true. And I do believe he is talking about Kaspa, right? Because as we know, Kaspa is still early. We are not late into Kaspa, guys. Understand that Kaspa, right, it's not mainstream. Okay, not like I said, right? Not many people know about Kaspa. Not many people have came across Kaspa yet. So I think we are still early into this project, right? As we know, Kaspa is still, being tested on a lot of things. It's still, being developed and whatnot. So understand, guys, Kaspa, okay, it's not mainstream yet. There is no hype around Kaspa just yet. So we are still early for Kaspa. So I think Da Vinci here, in a way, is talking about Kaspa, right? And a lot of people, okay, are mentioning about Kaspa, right? You guys can just clearly see that, okay? So understand, guys, this is amazing. And I do believe Da Vinci Jeremy is secretly accumulating a lot of Kaspa. I believe Da Vinci is just secretly buying Kaspa, and I feel like Da Vinci wants to own a percentage of the supply of Kaspa, right? That's just my personal opinion. I've said this in my previous videos talking about Da Vinci. I don't want to repeat myself in this video, so just watch those videos if you guys haven't already. But yeah, I've said this many times that Da Vinci, in my opinion, is accumulating and buying up Kaspa, and he is just stashing it away, right? That's just my personal opinion. Now, I said here, guys, okay, Kaspa is 8 cents today. Eventually it will be $10. Okay, you guys need to understand, right? This is facts, and this is going to be happening for Kaspa. Okay, we know right now Kaspa is super undervalued, right? It's below 10 cents. It's at 10 cents. It is super undervalued. We know this project, right, will be reaching, the dollar ranges, like I've told you guys many times, right? It's going to be reaching $1, $3, $5, $10, $20 and higher, right? So understand, guys, I hope you guys are, realizing this and stacking Kaspa, right, as much as you possibly can, because I think this is the best time to do it, right? It really is. It is super undervalued, and soon enough, right, FOMO is going to kick in for Kaspa. Once Kaspa's in the dollar ranges, once Kaspa has a beautiful run up, because that's going to be happening for Kaspa, FOMO will kick in, right? People that are not into Kaspa right now, people that are not, accumulating Kaspa, paying attention right now for Kaspa, people in general just on the sidelines for Kaspa, they're going to FOMO in. I'm telling you guys this right now. Okay, we're going to see a lot of FOMO kick into Kaspa in the future, right? Now, people are buying, right? So, P.G says here, just grabbed 7,500 Kaspa, excited to see where Kaspa goes next. So it is amazing. I mean, this person, right, has been posting a fair bit on X and mentioning that he is buying a fair bit of Kaspa. And yes, he is buying, guys, even today, right? He is buying the dip, right? So it is amazing to see, okay, that people out there, right, Caspians, are continuing to buy Kaspa, right? Now, look at this, guys. This is actually very interesting, and I want to share this with you guys. So this is anonymous crypto prediction, right? And I've went through this guy's account and his X account, and all he really posts is just predictions on Bitcoin, where Bitcoin is going to be heading, and a lot of different altcoins. And he made a post yesterday about Kaspa, right? His prediction for Kaspa. Okay, yes, clearly see this is his prediction of where he sees Kaspa in 2025 this year to next year in 2026. So he says here, okay, Kaspa price prediction 51 cents to 84 cents. I expect, okay, the altcoin market to top between November 2025 to next year, January 2026. Do not buy or sell based off this prediction, right? So he's predicting here that sometime, 2025, right, in Q4 to next year in 2026, right, early next year in 2026, right, around January, we're going to see Kaspa at around 51 cents to 84 cents. So guys, Kaspa holders, like I said, Q4 is going to be amazing. Okay, like what I've been telling guys many times, Q4 is going to be absolutely amazing, and I hope you guys are ready for Q4 because we're going to see a beautiful breakout happening for Kaspa, and I do believe it will be reaching new highs. So get ready, guys, right, for Kaspa to reach 50 cents to 80 cents. It is possible, and even higher than that, maybe even to $1. Okay, so be ready for that, Kaspa holders. Okay, so that being said, I appreciate all you guys for watching today's video. Give this video a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to the channel. That is always much appreciated. And yeah, I will catch you guys all in the next one. Have a good one, guys.